So when you're working on the AC system, you're generally looking at a unit. If you have one part that fails, generally there's going to be something else to check, something else to replace, just to make sure you do the job right the first time. If your compressor has failed, you want to drain the oil out. First you want to make sure that it has oil in it. If it doesn't, then what's happened is the oil, it's either leaked out or it's trapped somewhere in the system because the compressor's not pumping anymore. All GPD 65 series compressors come filled with oil per the manufacturer's specifications. Now there's enough oil in the compressor for the whole system. It is always best practice to go ahead and pour the oil out, measure it, put the right amount in per specification. Notice the position of the drain plug. This particular one's here. Sometimes you'll find them here or in other parts of the system. Generally, with newer cars, you're not going to get a whole lot of oil out of your suction and discharge lines, out of your ports. Most of it's going to come out of your drain plug. Now, when you get your new GPD compressor, this is what you're going to be looking for. Nice, clean, bright oil. It's going to have dye in it. When you're replacing your compressor, if you pour anything out that looks other than clean and nice like this, then you're either looking at flushing or replacing components. If you get something that looks like this, you're looking at contaminants, you're looking at extreme heat, maybe caused by a slipping clutch. Something like this, you actually have metal shavings in here caused by a catastrophic failure of the compressor. Now when you get these metal shavings, there's no flush in that. What's going to happen is it comes straight out of the compressor into the condenser. You want to make sure that you're not overcharging the system with oil. So if you only change the compressor, if you take the whole compressor off, you only pour 6 ounces out, you want to make sure only 6 ounces goes back in if you're not doing a full change and flush on the system. If you have a vehicle with rear air, you may want to add an ounce or two to the compressor, just depending on the specification of the vehicle. Just be mindful of that. Now if you're changing a compressor because of a catastrophic failure, chances are you're going to have debris that comes out of this compressor, and you can see it goes straight into the condenser. Most every vehicle on the road today is going to have a parallel flow condenser. What that means for mechanics is that they cannot be flushed. So if you have a catastrophic failure in your AC system, they're going to have to be changed. And in some cases, you may even void the warranty by not changing the condenser. Now when you replace the compressor, depending on the failure, and you want to replace the accumulator or the dryer on the system, depending on the system. A lot of today's cars, the dryer is actually made inside of the condenser. It'll have a desiccant bag. Some of those are replaceable. Some you actually have to replace the whole condenser. You want to just go ahead and replace the expansion valve, flush the evaporator, and the lines. So by replacing all the required components, you're going to be saving money in the long run. The customer's going to be happy, and they're going to want to come back. For more tech tips like these, visit gpdtechtips.com.